Well, the good thing about doing this program and doing it again is that I can go back and talk to old friends. One old friend that I've enjoyed talking to over the years, but I haven't talked to him for a long time, is the man who began it all with Guitar Zan and some terrific music, and his name is Ray Stevens, and hopefully Ray is on the line. Are you there, Ray?
I'm here, John.
Where have you been all my life?
I don't know, but I found myself this morning, and they told me I was talking to you tonight, and I'm just overjoyed.
Oh, well, that's great. That's great. Hey, listen, I still got the hat you gave me, and I look very smart in it.
Oh, well, I'm glad you still have it. I lost mine, but maybe you'll loan me yours sometime.
Yeah, I will. Tell me, what are you up to? You're having a good time?
Yeah, I'm still enjoying what I do, and I'm still in the studio. I just bought a new studio a couple years ago, and it's really a lot of fun, state-of-the-art stuff. And I've got a new project out. It's called The Encyclopedia of Recorded Comedy Music.
Yeah, I know. I've got a copy of that.
Oh, you've got a copy of the whole thing?
Yeah, I do have. Yeah.
Oh, great.
I have it.
I was going to.
I have it right here.
I was going to send you one.
My Old Flame, Open the Door, Richard, Temptation, The Cure, Cocktails for Two. That was Spike Jones' hit, wasn't it?
Yes, and that's the thrust of the whole project, is to go back and record every comedy song that was ever a hit since the beginning of recording. And it took me a couple of years to put this together, but it's finally out. And I know what you've got. You've got only about 16 songs that I sent over the other day for you to have as a preview.
That's what I got.
I want to send you the whole package. The whole package is 108 songs.
You're kidding.
No, and so you got to have the whole thing, because I think you'd like to have it.
Yeah, I would. I would like to have it. I'd like to have it very much. No wonder it took so long to put it together.
Yeah, well, it was an ambitious project, but I enjoyed every minute of it.
You know, you and I have been around for a while, more than 50 years.
Yeah, I know. I'm reminded of that quite frequently these days.
Yeah, I get really teed off when people remind me of it. Because I don't...
Well, you're still feeling good, I hope.
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah. It's a while since I've ridden a motorbike, but apart from that, I feel great.
Yeah, well, I haven't ridden one lately either. I bought a big Harley for the show. I used to ride it on stage when I would sing a song called the Shriners Convention.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I had to give it up, and I donated the Harley to the Shrine Temple here in Nashville, where I live. And they've got it in the lobby of the temple there. It's really kind of nice, sitting up on a little pedestal there.
Yeah, I had one. I had a Heritage Softail.
Ah.
Beautiful bike.
Well, you had a garage full of dirt bikes when I was there in 1970, and you and I went out riding in the bush. I remember that. I'll never forget.
Listen, tell me. I mentioned Guitar Zan, which was the first big one. How did that come about? I mean, how did such a ridiculous song ever get itself invented?
Well, do you remember Bill Justice?
I do.
He had one big hit called Raunchy.
Yeah, he did.
And he was a sax player, and it was a sort of a milestone record in the early days of rock and roll instrumentals. And Bill, though, I mean, he played. I think the whole range of his playing on that song were 3 notes. But he was such a great musician. He was a great arranger. He used to score movies, and one time he was in L.A. scoring a movie, and I went out for something, television show or something. I've always lived here in Nashville, and he and I were having breakfast one morning, and he talked like this, man. He said, "Hey, man," he said, "I got a great song title for you. You need to write it." And I said, "What is it?" He said, "Guitar Zan, man." And so I took the title that I got from Bill, and I wrote the song, and sure enough.
It was a big hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And Fred Foster, the guy that ran Monument Records, I was on Monument at the time.
Yeah.
He didn't like it. He didn't want to put it out. I had to really twist his arm and beg and moan and jump through hoops backwards for about 20 minutes, and he said, "Okay, we'll put it out, but if it's not a hit, you're not getting to pick any of the future releases." And I said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you."
Everything is Beautiful was the biggest, was it?
Yeah, well, the biggest, all around. The Streak sold the most records, but Everything is Beautiful was such an accepted song that it's been recorded 200 or 300 times.
Yeah.
And, there are all kind of different versions of that.
And the way you did Misty upset quite a lot of people, but when they realized how good it was, God, that was a hit.
Well, yeah, you know the drummer, what's his name? What's that drummer's name?
Who did he play with?
Buddy Rich.
Oh, Buddy Rich.
Remember
Buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hated it. He hated it. And one day I was on a plane, and he was sitting in the seat back of me, and he didn't know me from Adam. And a friend of mine was sitting next to him, and so he baited him. He said, "Have you heard Misty?" And he said, "Yeah, I hate it." he said, "Well, it was done by a guy named Ray Stevens." And Buddy said, "Yeah, they ought to shoot him." And I turned around. I said, "Well, thank you very much. Great. I'm not too keen on you either."
I'll tell you a song that was terrific, that you really wrote great lyrics to, was Mr. Businessman.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was, we do that sometimes in the show still, and I dedicate it to Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't he have a good name, Madoff? He made off all right with all the money.
Oh, he people are named very appropriately sometimes. I mean, Lorena Bobbitt. Hello.
Yeah. I know.
Hello.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, well,
You're a bad man.
I miss seeing you guys. I miss coming over there. I got to come back over there and do some shows. I don't know if anybody knows who I am anymore, but I'd love to come over and see everybody.
Everybody who listens.
It's been a long time.
Everybody who listens to me knows exactly who you are. We and all the people around here know who you are, and all the girls here are applauding at the thought of you coming out. You should come out. You should come out.
Well, I should, and then we'll try to set that up. I don't know.
I'll get hold of it
next year.
I'll get hold of a bike with a sidecar, and you can ride the bike. I can sit in the sidecar.
Why don't we both sit in the sidecar?
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Oh, dear. What are you doing for Christmas?
Well, I'll probably just stay home and drink eggnog and, I don't know.
Drink eggnog?
Yeah, or what is that drink people drink at Christmas? Eggnog, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to
Don't you have eggnog?
Yeah, but you got to put a bit of wild turkey or something in the eggnog. You got to make.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't going to put anything in it.
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. Hey, listen, have you? I can remember when I was last there, I think, and I was talking to Glenn Campbell. I went to Glenn's house, and he was married at the time. Do you know how he is? I know that he's had a problem, and I don't think it's getting any better. But do you know how he is?
Well, he does have a problem, and I haven't checked on him in a couple of months. But you don't cure that, that Alzheimer's.
No.
So, but at least he's. I mean, the last I heard, he was still just happy as he could be.
And still I heard he was still performing.
Yes, he is, and they're saying what you don't know won't hurt you.
Yeah.
And Glenn is at this point bulletproof.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's right. Anyway, if you see him or come across him, tell him I said hello to him. I miss my friend Roger Miller.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah, we all.
The last time I saw Glenn, I was backstage in Branson, and I had a camel suit made.
Yeah.
And I got the idea in Australia, if somebody had a suit made of an emu, and they were running around, and their legs was the emu's legs, and you've seen that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had a camel made where my legs are the camel's legs, and I'm backstage and I'm putting it on, and Glenn shows up, and he's standing there watching me put on this camel suit, and he says, "Well, it's come to this."
He was a wonderful, wonderful character, as was Roger Miller, and as are you. It's wonderful to have people like you all in our lives. I miss Roger very much. I'm sure you do as well. And I can only hope that Glenn's life is as comfortable as it possibly can be under the circumstances.
Well, I hope it is, too. And, you know, Roger, speaking of Roger, is well represented in my encyclopedia of recorded comedy music. I think we did 3 or 4 of his biggest hits for the project.
Yeah, he was a genius.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The way he put.
Yeah, I met him. I saw him in an airport one day here in Nashville. I'm leaving, and he's coming in. And I said, "Roger, where you been?" He said, "Kansas City." I said, "Oh." He said, "Yeah, beat them 6-3." He said, "I played Kansas City." Played Kansas City. I didn't set it up very well.
I beat them 6-3. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Okay, Ray, now you take care of yourself and have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, and I appreciate your time very much. I'll be playing lots of stuff from the album, and hopefully we can talk again in the new year. I'd like to get back to you just to see that everything's all right and you can keep me informed on what's happening there.
I sure will, John. It's been great talking to you, and have a good Christmas. I'll send you the entire encyclopedia.
Okay, will you write on it for me?
You bet.
Good on you. I'd like that very much.
Do they still call you Long John Laws?
No, that's gone now. They just call me Lawsy. They call me Lawsy now.
Lawsy?
No, I-E.
Oh, Lawsie.
Yeah, that's a song title, for God's sake.
Well, it could be Z-I-E, Lawsy.
Yeah, it could be Z-I-E. That's a song title, too. So you've got 2 songs to write. Ray, you look after yourself now, and thank you very much for taking time to talk to us. It's terrific. I could have talked to you all morning, but I got to do some commercials because I'm a common commercial person and I need to make money.
Well, yeah, it's an obscene profit situation. I understand.
That's exactly what it is. Good on you, Ray. Bless your heart, and have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, and we'll talk to again in the new year.
Great, John.
Okay,
thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nicest fellow you'd meet in the days, March. He really has got. We had some fun together on motorbikes. What about when I said to him, well, we'll get a bike with a sidecar. I can sit in the sidecar and you can ride the bike. He said, what about we both sit in the sidecar? He's a great character. He really is, with a wonderful sense of humour, and he made so many, many good songs. I'll try and dig up a couple and play them for you.